Good morning, grade 4. Today we'll be talking about how to edit a table. If you remember, boys, in the last class we took how to create a table. I've created a file here. That is the last lesson which we created a table like that in the class. So today we'll be editing this table. In the last class I showed you slight ways in which you can edit to change the color, to increase the size, and so on. Today we'll be talking about some other things that we can do in the table, like how to change a row or column. By this it means how to change the size of the column and row. There are many ways in which we can change the size of row and column. First, if you look here, there are how many rows here? We have 4 rows here and 3 columns. 1 row, 2 row, 3 row, 4 row. As you all know, row is a horizontal line and we have 3 columns. 1, 2, 3. Column is a vertical line. So in order to change or increase or decrease the size of row and column, we can do it from multiple ways. First of all, we can use mouse. Just move your mouse to the border of the row or column. Left click, move up and down like this. You can easily change the height. This is called the height of the row. You can do it one by one, or you can select the whole table by clicking on this plus sign and you can move for the whole table. Similarly, you can do it for column. Just click when you see this double arrow, left click, move left and right. This will adjust the width of the column. This is one way to change the width and the height of column. Another way to do is from this layout tab. For some of you whose word processor is in Arabic, just make sure that the last tab is layout tab, and remember these symbols. The first one is for height and the second one is for width. So I can select my table, I can increase the height or decrease the height. Similarly, I can increase the width or I can decrease the width of the column or row. Okay, or I can automatically adjust it to the content or to the window. If you remember in the last lesson, when we were creating the table, I told you must choose the third option, which was auto fit to the window. It automatically fits our table to the word processor page. Now, after adjusting column, how to delete a column or row? Again, there are multiple ways to delete a column and row in the word processor. First one is select the row or the column that you want to delete. Okay, I will delete the last row. Select, just right click on it, right click, and you will see delete a cell. Once you press on delete a cell, it will ask you, do you want to delete the row or the column, or you want to hide it? I'll choose delete my row because I'm deleting this row. Click OK, and that row is deleted. Similarly, I can do it for column. Select the column, right click, delete column. There you go. Another way to delete is to erase. Again, the rule is the same. go to design view, and you will see here erase. Just select and you will see the eraser here. Wherever you will click on that line, the border will be erased. You want to erase column like that, like that, like that. You see the table has automatically, the row has automatically been erased. Now next thing here is how to merge. Merge means to combine. We can combine both rows and columns. How? Again, the first rule of editing is to select. For example, I want to combine these 3 columns into one column. So for that, I select all the columns. I go to Layout tab, the last one, and in Layout tab I have a merge section here. You see merge. Merge means to combine, and here I have the first option, that is merge cell. Once I click on merge cell, the 3 rows that were like this here, now they have converted into one row. So this is how you merge a row or column. You can merge a column also. Just select both columns, go to layout and select merge. There you go. I have merged the 2 columns. After that, we can divide the table, or we can divide the cell. As you know, one rectangle or one box in each table is called a cell. Now there are many ways in which I can divide a cell. The first one is to use the table draw or the table pen. So if I select, I can draw a line between a cell and it will divide the table into one cell into 2 cells. Similarly, I can make another column. Just click, left click and drag, and you see one column has turned into 2 different columns. This is how we can divide. Or you can choose an option from the border here that is called divide diagonally or horizontal or vertical. If I press diagonal, as you see, it divided the cell into diagonally. If I want to divide the other diagonal, it has divided the cell like that. I can adjust, and that's it. So this is how I can divide. The most common one that we use is to draw. I can divide it in any way. I can diagonally divide, okay, I can vertically divide, and I can horizontally divide as well. So these are different ways to divide a cell. But for example, if you want to divide the table into 2 parts, so for that, as we use the last option merge, there's an option called split. So you can split a cell or the whole table into 2. Here, just select from which column you want to separate. It will split from the top. Select and split. So you see now your table is divided into 2. So this is to divide or split your table. The last, not the least, is how to draw a border. I already explained this in the last class, how to give borders to your table. From layout to design, you have different border styles here. You can choose any one of them to make your table look nice, or just choose border. Okay, go to border and shading. Here you have different options. Make sure you choose box, all, or grid. The most common one that is used is all, and here different styles that you can choose. For example, this And here you must choose, you want to apply it on a paragraph, on a cell, or on a table. Because I'm applying on a whole table, it will apply to the whole table. As you see, now my table is much prettier. Similarly, I can do shading, means coloring. Okay, I can change the color, or I can choose the colors from here, or for each row or column I can choose a different color. Again, remember the rule of editing. You must select first. Select which columns or cell you want to edit, and then apply the editing accordingly. Okay, I think that's it. There is a lesson, these pages. I would like all of you to practice at your home on these 2 pages. Answer these 2 pages on the book and submit it before Thursday. Hope you all understood. Please feel free to contact if there's any problem. Goodbye.